Hello and welcome to Science in the Field, the show where we interview scientists that are outstanding in their own fields, like I'm doing right now. On today's show we have a very special guest, Carina. She is an outstanding leader in red giant astronomy, and she's got a star named after herself. Of course, I'm talking about Dr Carina. Now, Carina is a very special guest to have on today, and we're going to be asking her some hard-hitting questions about the fate of the universe and what her opinions are about all of these topics. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Wasting no time at the beginning of her career, Carina got right into trying to understand what all these branch stars are really about, wrangling all of their physical properties and fetching them to some understanding that we might all be able to share. First of all, thank you for being here today, Carina. I'm sure it's been difficult for you to take time out of your insanely busy schedule, but I appreciate it. So the first question I'd like to ask you is a fairly simple one. It is, how has the monumental discovery of Dr Carina so early on in your career changed your life? So now that the audience has gotten to know you a little bit, let's start talking about some of the hard-hitting questions. You work on giant stars, and we all know that these giant stars are very interesting objects. They'll blow up at the end of their lifetimes. How have you used this research to kind of better understand the universe at large? Right, so with these giant stars you can calculate how the populations of stars have evolved through time and how elements such as the stuff we're made out of have been synthesized throughout cosmic history. That's very interesting, and as Carl Sagan famously said, we're all stardust, so no doubt your research has helped us understand what exactly the stardust we are. Now, they're not particularly your type of field, but Type 1a supernova are very crucial for measuring distances in the universe and understanding how the universe is expanding and evolving over time. What's your thoughts on the state of cosmology and the analysis that leads us to the conclusion that there is dark energy in the universe? Fantastic insight as always. So let's move on now to how the universe is evolving over time. The universe seems to be on an expanding trajectory so that it's not going to slow down and collapse on itself in a big crunch, or even just coast along nice and smoothly. It seems to be accelerating faster and faster, which could lead to a number of fairly sad ends to the universe. The two main ends being the Big Rip, where space expands too quickly and tears itself apart, and the other being the heat death of the universe, where everything decays and we're just left with a universe filled with low-energy photons. I know this is a little bit distressing for some people, but what's your favorite option of these two, without regarding any science? I would agree that the Big Rip does offer an opportunity for something else to happen in our universe. And with that very insightful answer, let's thank Carina for taking time out of her schedule to join us once again on this show, and wish her all the very best in the future in wrangling those branches.